Welcome to an inside look at NEMA and IP testing with Guardian Telecom and Impact. In today's video, we'll get an inside look at a variety of liquid ingress tests, which Guardian put their solutions through in order to comply with NEMA and IP standards. Guardian Telecom Limited is a Calgary-based manufacturer of harsh environment, mission-critical telephones, call stations, page talk systems, and other telephony products. Impact proudly represent Guardian across Canada. The National Electrical Manufacturers Association, or NEMA for short, is the largest trade association of electrical equipment manufacturers in North America. One of their primary roles is the creation and publication of standards for various electrical equipment, including enclosures. The NEMA standard outlines an enclosure's protection against a variety of environmental conditions, including airborne particles such as dust, liquids, corrosive agents, and several other specific elements. The NEMA chart is organized using types, which are categorized using numbers, sometimes with letters. The IP standard, short for ingress protection, is published by the International Electrotechnical Commission, the IEC, another prominent standards organization who publish thousands of international standards on electrical technology. IP ratings for enclosures are similar in nature to NEMA ratings, but focus solely on two criteria: protection against solids and protection against liquids. The IP rating system uses two-digit numbers, where the first digit corresponds to the resistance of solids and the second resistance to liquids. Together, NEMA and IP ratings are the predominant standards in North America that govern the suitability of electrical equipment, including telephony, for a given environment or application. Now that we have a solid background on NEMA and IP ratings, let's look at some real-world examples of the testing involved to certify a product to either standard. In this clip, we can see a Guardian enclosure being tested for NEMA 4X compliance. When a product is NEMA 4X rated, it can withstand rain, snow, and sleet, as well as an extended period of direct spray from pressurized water. On the left side of the screen, you can see the specific test limits that this enclosure was subject to. To accurately identify the presence of any liquid ingress at the end of the test, the inner edges of the enclosure are lined with an invisible gel that turns red when making contact with liquid. You can see in this clip what the gel looks like when liquid has been applied to it. Once the test is concluded, but before the enclosure is opened and inspected for liquid ingress, the exterior of the enclosure is wiped down to ensure that no standing water seeps into the enclosure once the door is opened, impacting the results of the test. At the conclusion of this test, we can see that no color change is visible anywhere on the interior of the enclosure. This is great news and means the product has now passed the NEMA 4 certification. As a side note, the X in NEMA 4X denotes corrosion resistance, which is why this particular enclosure is made of stainless steel, though that's a separate test we won't see in today's video. Now let's look at an IP test. In this instance, the phone being tested was being certified to an IP54 rating, meaning protection from limited dust ingress and splashing water from any angle. Each Guardian phone is designed with specific applications in mind, and not all phones will be suitable for all areas. In this case, the IP54 rating will be sufficient protection for the environments that this phone is designed to support. Similar to the previous example, this phone also passed its product testing and was certified as IP54 rated, another positive step in the product development cycle. That concludes today's video on IP and NEMA testing for Guardian phones. Thank you for watching, and if you'd like to learn more about Guardian phones or have any questions, please contact your local rep from Impact Technical Products, or reach out to us at the contact info provided on the screen.